What's up guys, Maffinetta here, and today we're to review another anime called Toradora. If you guys have never seen Toradora, it is a love story between two unlikely companions, Ryuji Takasu and Taiga Aisaka. And as they're helping each other get closer to their love interest, they don't realize they're slowly falling for each other instead. Now let's talk about who liked who. So basically, Ryuji had feelings for Minori Kushieda, and Taiga had feelings for Kitamura. Now here's where it gets interesting. Kitamura confessed to Taiga when they first met, and Taiga rejected him. But in Taiga's defense, Kitamura's confession wasn't really a confession. It was, like she said, she couldn't really tell if he was praising her or dissing her. Though he was confessing, just the weirdest confession I ever heard in my life. But shortly after that is when she actually started having feelings for the man. There's a valuable lesson for you fellas out there. If you want a girl to fall for you, confess in the weirdest way possible. I'm kidding, don't do that. Now when they brought in Ami, I really like the fact that they brought in Ami because she really kind of forced people to address their feelings, you know what I'm saying? Everyone was just kind of keeping everything hidden, or at least they were trying to keep everything hidden, like how they truly feel. And then bringing Ami into the scene, you know, at first she was playing off a character herself, but she was only doing that because she was afraid. Realistically, had she not been afraid because that one stalker, bro, she would have been speaking the truth from the beginning. And that's what I liked about her. I don't know how the other fans felt about Ami. They may have hated her, but I like the fact that she really forced people to confront their feelings, but she made them feel like they need to, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not good to hold back your emotions or how you truly feel, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, imagine fist fighting someone because you just want to know how they feel. But Ami wasn't the only one willing to throw hands for feelings, because Taiga did the same thing. If you guys watch Toradora, I'm pretty sure you've watched Toradora, because why would you watch a review before watching the anime? I don't. Some people do that though. Some people will look at reviews before they check restaurants. I feel like they do the same thing with anime. I feel like that's kind of weird to do with anime, bro, because everyone has a different opinion on anime. So why would you look at someone's review before you watch the anime? Go watch the anime! Anyways, you guys know when Kitamura confessed his feelings in front of the whole school? That was the bravest confession I've ever seen in my life. That took courage, and that took bravery. And I bet you he was scared inside when he did it, but he just needed to know, you know? He had to get his feelings out there, and I respect that about Kitamura. I respect that. And once he did that, she didn't even acknowledge him. And so bro had to stand there, head held high, so it didn't look like he was crying. But we know he was crying. We know he was crying. But shortly after that, not only did his boy Ryuji confront her, but Taiga physically confronted her. And the fight wasn't long, but I mean, hey, I liked it. And after the fight got broken up, Brett told the true feelings. It feels like I'm doing this review a little bit backwards, and I'm sorry, but I'm just trying to think off the top of my head here. Now we can't move on without talking about their challenges. Ryuji was born with a mean mugging face. Like, he was born with the Luigi death stare, bro, and he can't turn it off. And so everyone was so afraid of him. Do you know how scared you gotta be to make people hand you your wallet just by your face is fully rested just by looking at them? You gotta be hella scary. Okay, so Ryuji, you know, he had to deal with people being very, you know, afraid of him, but he eventually was able to, well, basically Taiga was able to convince everybody. Taiga went on a rampage on everybody, because she was, the night before she went on a rampage on everybody, Ryuji and Taiga both kicked the pole to talk about their problems. And they even tilted that bitch. And Taiga, she had low-key abandonment issues. You know, she was always alone. You know, her dad was never there for her. She never really got along with her stepmom. The only person she really got along with was her real mom. She always felt alone, until Kushieda, that is. Yeah, they both had their own set of issues, but they were slowly tackling them together. Speaking of being together, as I said in the beginning of this video, these two were both trying to help each other as much as they can get to their love interests, but they didn't realize that they were falling for each other instead. And so eventually they were both forced to confront those feelings. And do you know how solid your friend group has to be for them to lock you in your freaking classroom to make you confront your feelings? You feel me? That's because they truly care. I know some people would be like, if my friends really care for me, they wouldn't do. Here's the thing. If your friends didn't care for you, they wouldn't do anything to help you, okay? They would just let you. For example, I'm giving you an example here. If your friends, let's say, you're a heavy drinker, right? You drink a lot. You go to a bar, get a couple drinks in you. If your friends didn't care about you and you said you're finna drive home, they say, all right, cool, cuz. Be safe. A good friend would literally take your keys until you're sobered up, or just drive you home if they're sober. Okay? That's just an example. The point I'm trying to make is it's never good to hold in your feelings. Always confront them. No matter how hard it's going to hurt. Regardless of the result, it's going to hurt. Maybe a good hurt, maybe a bad hurt. But until you confront those feelings, they will never go away. And so for this anime, Toradora, I gotta give it a solid 10 out of 10. Now I know what you're thinking. Mindful, a 10 out of 10? Do you not know what happened at the ending? And I'm getting so sick and tired of y'all talking about Toradora was a great anime, but the ending though, it was a good anime until the ending. I need y'all to read the context at the end of these shows. She left him to further better her relationship with her parents and her loved ones. She didn't leave him just to leave him. I need y'all to go back and watch Toradora, specifically episode 25. Go all the way to the end, where she comes back to the school, hides in the locker, and tries to surprise him. By the way, I always think about what if he never looked upstairs and he just went home. I mean, she probably would have came to the house if he didn't, but I'm just saying, like, imagine she did all that and then bro just went home like, well, time to start my new life. For me personally, this anime will always be in my top 3 until I find something better, if I'll ever find something better. Me personally. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I want you guys to stay safe, stay positive, and remember, be mindful.